This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie for your Friday. Welcome to the podcast. Next week, book week kicks off. What a great time in your life. When you're a kid and you're dressed up as your favourite footballer who has never brought out a book before. It was some of my favourite times.
What book is that? Doesn't matter, off you go.
Oh, a lot of them write books now, or at least have their names on them.
Ah, yeah.
Sort of. Doesn't matter.
No. I think it's nice to get people dressed up, inspired.
Yeah.
So Tommy's told us today that at some stage we're going to be dressing up for book week. Now,
Okay.
it's so exciting.
Can I be Gladiator? Was that a book?
No.
Gladiator wasn't a book.
Oh,
and
they
if it
would
was-
have turned it into a book
but
after
you
the
wouldn't
movie.
have read it anyway, Whip, I guess.
Indiana Jones? Like, can you do audiobooks and stuff? Because I
you
don't
could
read.
now.
Yeah, you could, but this one, I'll tell you what, it's from many, many years ago. It's something that you grew up on and loved.
It is in the pod.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Not sure if you're heading away for the weekend. Trips away, I mean, you put them in the calendar and people like to plan things together as a family and intentions are always very good, aren't they?
Always good.
And then you come back from the family weekend or trip away and you say, how did it go? And there's always something that has
The worst is when you put so much organisation into that holiday and you get there and the kids are... they're in a foul mood, and you instantly say to yourself, "Why did I go to all the trouble?"
I know, but I think it's because you're hyper vigilant already if you're worried about the things that are going to go wrong, or maybe you're going away together as a group of friends and you don't like such and such's wife, and she does a bit of this, and you're already on edge, ready to pounce. And I think that's what's happened in this little story, and it's Calm down, guys. This guy, he was on Reddit or something asking whether he was being foolish because he left a family holiday early because he and his wife wanted to go to Venice with their little child who was in kindergarten. Venice was the destination of the wife's dreams, and they were finally getting to go.
It's not Venice Beach, is it? It's Venice in Italy.
Like Venice, the sinking city.
Yeah, congratulations on your success.
Done very well, but you never know, they could have lived in Florence.
So true, mate.
So it was just down the road. Let's say it wasn't, and they were travelling a long way. The mother-in-law, so her mother finds out that they're going, and she decides that she's going to tag along.
Yuck.
So the dream holiday is already tainted by the fact that there is going to be another traveller.
Yeah, okay.
They might think it might be good to have her there because she could look after the child while they have a romantic dinner.
Make her work.
He really doesn't like her because he has left the holiday because he finally got sick of the fact that they all had to share a room and she was using his and the wife's hygiene products. So the final straw was that the mother-in-law had used the toothpaste and his description of what she actually did is so trivial, and you realise it's not about the toothpaste.
No,
it's not.
It's about the fact...
10 years ago.
Oh, it started when they first started dating and she gave him the side eye in the kitchen and said, my daughter's too good for you. So the description is something like, she was rummaging in my wife's suitcase looking for a hair tie, and that upset me to start with because I share a suitcase and I think it's inappropriate and I don't have my privacy.
Yep.
And the final straw was, his words were, I don't like the idea of her toothbrush touching the top of the toothpaste tube.
There has to be a connecting point somewhere, doesn't there?
It's like, as I was reading it, I was thinking, oh, mate. You just really don't like Maria, do you?
No.
And then you need an ultimatum, don't you? It's either your mother or me.
That's where it'll get to.
I don't think so. I think it means that next time round we just don't take the holidays.
So he left the holiday.
He flew away, and then of course he's the pig because he's left the wife with the mother and a small child on the dream holiday to save his mental health.
He's drinking at a sports bar with a mate, and then she used the toothpaste.
Yeah.
He's at Potato Head. He stopped in the Cooter on the way home.
Exactly. Anyway, have a good weekend if you're headed away to the family.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Book week begins in most Sydney schools
Yes.
from Monday. All of the kids and all the parents doing the mad dash, to costume
Oh, my
boxing
God.
things to try
Yes,
and
we have ours.
figure
and
it
that has
out.
Do you?
arrived.
What are you going with?
I'm not going as anything.
No, I know.
But
What's May going
May
as?
is deciding whether to go as Hermione Granger or Ginny
She
Weasley.
actually looks like Hermione a little bit.
I
you
know.
know-
Can you tell her that? Because she's asked me whether she can play Hermione in the next movie. And I said, well, I'm not really in charge of those things, but I'll get Tommy to make some calls.
Because Jack wants to go as Indiana Jones, and then Ted went as Charlie at the Chocolate Factory last year. He took along so many chocolates
Oh, that's what
that
it was
he wants
about.
to do it again.
Of course he does, because everyone loved him.
Tom, I don't like this. Is it the far too personal training?
Like we did.
my book.
Like we did last year, we are celebrating. Book Week this morning. You and the staff here at Nova have all. We did a bit
What,
of a
chipped
poll,
in?
and they all voted on what they thought.
Come on, mate.
This week's or today's theme should be.
Yeah.
Nothing to do
And
with
that's-
the bloody beanstalk, is it?
That's what I
Because
feel
Fitzy
like
be-
doing today is dressing up.
This year's Book Week theme is Reading is Magic, and so we're dressed to impress, thanks to our friends at Costume Box. And so I'm proud to reveal to you,
What's the book?
you're all going from the same book. The book is The Wizard of Oz. So, the
Fitzy's got to be the Tin Man.
The costumes are ready,
Don't want to be Tin Man.
and the Nova staff have voted on who you should all be this morning.
Okay. Are you Dorothy?
Do you know what?
Can
I'd
you-
love to be Dorothy, but my guess is you're Dorothy.
I'm not Dorothy, man. I'm the lion.
He's the lion, yeah.
No, you're not.
Well, the lion's the
No
biggest.
courage.
I want to be the lion.
You have to be
do you
Dorothy.
do you want me to just read it out, or do you want to open
You read it out,
Okay,
Tom.
all right. So here we go. Fitzy, you are the Tin Man this
You're
morning.
beauty.
All
Makes
right.
sense. Okay. This
Yes.
is the big one.
So hard.
Just pushing all the buttons this morning is the lion.
Okay, so who are the other characters?
These there are Toto the dog.
you're
Well, there's
gonna be
the straw.
Toto.
You've got the straw man as well. The
Kate's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Am I?
scarecrow.
Oh, no.
Hey, you are the Scarecrow this morning.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, there you go.
Don't make me Dorothy. Come on, man.
And
That's
of course
silly.
we know that it was a 1900 children's novel. So just so you know, it's not just a movie. It is a book.
Yeah, it is. We have the book at home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tom, that is me. I am the Wicked Witch of the West.
Great wicked
Who
witch.
is left?
Which means the beautiful Dorothy, played by Wippa.
Toto.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Can you sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
No, mate. Why am I
These
Dorothy?
ruby Louis Vuitton shoes for us 3 times and you can get to go home.
Yeah, you shouldn't have cut your hair. We could have plaited it and put the bows in the end.
Why couldn't I have been? We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
So producer Ollie is Toto, playing the role of the dog,
Oh, thanks,
and
Ollie.
producer Alex is the Good Witch.
Of course she is.
So
The Good Witch. She's-
we'll get Ash's news on next. Please go and get changed, and then the big reveal.
Yay!
Tommy, and can you go through the character outfits for everybody at the
Yeah,
moment?
absolutely fits. And thanks also to our friends at Costume Box who've helped us out with our outfits. And it's all
Have
on
they?
the Fitzy
What?
Wippa Instagram account right now. But we've got Fitzy currently dressed as Tin Man. We've got Kate dressed as the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
If I only had a brain.
Oh, very good. We're still searching for some brown nose paint for you too.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
Kate.
just head me up to the executive
no
level.
heart.
We've got
Jess is the lion.
She
you need
is the
some
lion.
courage, Jess.
Yes,
To ask
yes.
for a pay
and whatever
rise.
comes with the costume as well.
You need some courage to ask for a pay rise here at Nova.
And then we've got the Good Witch producer Alex. We've got Toto,
just looks
producer
beautiful.
Ollie. who
Tom-
all look amazing.
Ollie's the dog.
Tom is the Wicked Witch of
Yes.
the West.
Yes.
Tom, you look like you're out of a horror movie.
Well, the green paint.
When are you putting the costume on?
How dare you?
hey, Tommy, your wig is slipping.
Oh,
your
I'm
wig
sorry.
is.
I'm so sorry.
My
Showing my
God.
grace. Should we bring in Dorothy?
Yeah,
this
come on,
morning?
Dorothy, in you come.
Dorothy!
Come on, Dorothy, in you come. Oh, there's
Where is he?
Where is
He's complaining about his
there's
shoes.
Toto. We got Ollie's Toto. Oh, you've got a real Toto. That actually looks like Toto. That's Snitchy's dog.
There's no place like home.
Oh,
So
Why did I have to be the naughty schoolgirl?
That's
Oh, no, it's not that.
Oh,
Did you get your feet into the slippers? Because, I mean, of all the things of the costume, Wippa didn't want to put the ruby slippers on.
If I was the lion, Jess, then I could have just taken my shirt off and I would have been hairy enough. But
Instead,
decided
you
to
were
put me-
Dorothy, and I had to order you a size 14 women's red sparkly
And I could
slipper.
hardly get them on.
Jeez,
But
Judy Garland's let herself go, hasn't she?
although I seem to be filling the chest quite well.
You do.
So we've got our outfits on. We're done. Let's take them off. Congratulations, everybody. Enjoy Book Week. Yeah.
This is the weirdest swingers party I've ever been to.
I like the little... Yeah?
we'll keep them on all morning.
Really?
But
It's quite sweaty.
Samantha from Lane Cove wanted to have a chat.
Hi, Sam.
Morning, boys. How are you?
Yeah, good. What do you want to talk about this morning?
Oh, I'm just so excited about Book Week.
That's so good.
It's just crazy in our house. I've got 3 kids and they all go mental about Book Week, and I think dressing up, you guys look amazing.
Oh,
thanks,
thank you.
Sam.
Who have you got in your house out of the 3 kids? What are we going for?
Well, there's always a, what's it called? Hermione Granger.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we
Yeah.
have one in our
Harry Potter.
house.
That's a favourite one. Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes we kind of push the boundaries a little bit with the comics. The boys love, Spider-Man, Iron Man, any of those.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, the hungry little caterpillar's always an easy one too.
That
Peter
is a
Pan.
good one.
Samantha, if any of the kids find a book or there's a story out there where there's a giant silver condom, Fitzy can lend you his
Oh, no,
outfit.
I'm Tin Man,
Oh,
Samantha.
sorry, mate.
I'm Tin Man. I don't have any heart, and unfortunately,
You certainly got something because those pants are really tight.
can you put Stitchy's dog down, mate? The dog is so afraid of you at the
Doesn't
moment.
know
Dorothy
what's-
have hairy triceps? I just don't know how well I'm playing the role.
Oh, my goodness.
Dorothy didn't wear these undies. Did Dorothy wear these?
Oh, my God. Please don't do that.
What were the kids out of the movie?
They weren't children. They were the...
represent the Lollipop Guild.
the Lollipop
Guild.
Yeah, the Lollipop Guild.
Yeah. And then you're going to have to sing us Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I can't wait for that. We're going to finish the show with that.
What a movie, eh? What did you say? How old is that movie?
From 1900. Yeah.
Well, the book is...
Oh,
yes,
sorry.
so-
No, the book. Sorry.
Tom, you've got green paint all over your face.
Nah, it's all good.
It looks wrong. You're like something from Halloween. Horrendous.
Yeah, didn't they ruin it then? Didn't they do like an Oz? Wasn't there a version with Michael Jackson
Yes,
in it?
it was called Oz, and it was a musical.
Yes. So
Get
you
on
had
down,
no
get
heart,
on down.
no courage, you
Yeah.
had no brain,
And no
then
nose.
Michael Jackson had no nose.
It took off as a wonderful movie, Kate Ritchie. How are you going in your little outfit with your hat
I'm
on? Are you?
all right. I'm the
Who are you?
scarecrow.
Are you the
And I didn't
scarecrow?
know what this was. I have a rolled up piece of paper and I couldn't remember the part in the film, and maybe I thought it was a candle, but it's my diploma for when I become smart.
No, it's not. It's Hall of Fame at Logie's this year. Congratulations,
I got the gold Logie winner right here.
Well done. No, don't go to our socials, Tom. I'm not going to suggest anybody goes to have a look at this.
Please have a look.
Avoid at all costs. I
Oh, the
would
Wizard
suggest.
of Ozempic over here. Well done.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast. We're on. All right. It's time for 60-second starts. Kate Ritchie's Time Still Standing. Now.
Discover your next Kia at Sydney City Kia, O'Reardon Street, Alexandria.
$100 up for grabs in a Kia Sportage SX Hybrid. You're in the running for that, Brandon. Congratulations. You're up against... She's brutal. Very competitive, Kate Ritchie. You ready to go?
Are you ready to go, Brandon? Just turn your radio down in the background, buddy.
Okay, Brandon, come on,
Brandon.
get it together.
You can have it on speaker as well. You can speak to anyone that's in the car. You can get help, okay? You can get help with the questions and help in life wherever you are, Brandon, with people around you. Here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. Your 60 seconds starts now. Name one person nominated for a gold Logie this weekend, Brandon.
Lara something.
Who? Lara.
Lara?
No, it's
Larry.
No, it's Larry Emder. Sorry, mate. Let's go to Kate. Maroon and white are the team colours of which NRL team, Kate?
Manly.
Yes. Romeo, Brooklyn and Harper are the children of which famous couple?
The Beckhams.
Yes. What shape are Dorito chips?
Triangles.
Yes. What's the fastest animal in the world, Kate?
A cheetah.
Yes. What is the best-selling book of all time?
We had this the other day, the Bible.
Yeah, that is correct. Who is the Princess of Wales?
Okay, Catherine.
Yep. What's the name of the train station between Town Hall and Circular Quay? Wynyard. Correct. Name a singer David Guetta has collaborated with.
Rihanna.
Yep. HP sauce comes from which country?
England.
Yep. What is the sixth month of the year?
She's good. She's good. Brandon, I'm sorry, you didn't get much of a look in there. That is the power of Kate Ritchie.
Even dressed as the Scarecrow without a brain.
Well done. She was on fire,
I
man.
know, Brandon. I mean, he had a rough start. I think the radio was all over the place.
Brandon's cracked it.
Has
He's
three kids answering in the background.
He's
there
furious.
as well.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I hope my daughter's listening because I know that she's so proud of me and the job that I do on
Has she
days
seen you
like
this
this, where
morning?
I've just sent a photo of her and all my work colleagues dressed up. The other thing that happened to me this week, which I just wanted to share with you, and also hopefully the crew that I am working with on an ABC project at the moment are also listening, because I needed to clear up something that happened on set. It was my birthday on Wednesday, the 14th of August.
Win the week, mate.
Yeah, one Wednesday, one another birthday, 46 in total. And the lovely people at Dr. Donuts sent me some donuts with my face on them.
I can't believe you asked for that.
No, but I didn't, and that is what this story is about.
Which is what you bring to the show as well, donuts.
It's pretty good to bite into the side of your face.
I received donuts with my face on them. There are way too many donuts for us, for us to eat here in the studio, because I had those beautiful cupcakes as well. So I took the donuts straight from here to set, where we're filming in a house at the moment. And I turn up and everyone's got their cup of tea hanging around on set for the lighting, and everything takes so long. You love that stuff, Fitz. Yeah. And I've cut up the donuts into 4, and of course my face is on them, and I'm sharing them around to the crew.
Just handing out donuts with your face on them.
And then
Big fan of me.
The lighting guy came back up the hallway to ask something else, and I said I thought he'd come for more donuts. I said, "Oh, sorry, we're all out of the donuts." He said, "Oh, yeah, they're great. They've got your face on them." He said, "I just have to say, I've just found out it's your birthday. I thought I've never worked with Kate Ritchie before. This is so strange. She comes to set with the morning tea has her face framed."
You're working with Nazim, aren't you? You should have ran with that.
Well, do you know what I did do? Dr. Donuts, they did actually, like within the hour, had donuts. I got Nazim's face printed on some donuts too, because you know what Nazim can be like. He's so precious, you know.
So
he
precious.
needed his own
And
donuts.
that lighting guy, we need to tell you, it wasn't her birthday.
It was.
You were right. Kate, you need to turn up, get a photo of the guy who's in lighting, and turn up with donuts with his face on them.
That would be
Dr.
great.
Donut, your next order is in.
Yes.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk Raygun. Rachel Gunn is her name, our break dancer at the Paris Olympics. Stolen the limelight. Not deliberately, and we're supporters of Raygun in here. I think a lot of people got lost in the moment of what athletes are meant to do, right? And athletes are meant to represent, and there's a level of expectation that we understand and we expect to see. We must remember Raygun earned her spot in the team and came out and did her best job on the day.
Do you know, we weren't expected to win a medal anyway. My gosh.
In the breakdancing?
No.
No.
But see, you know, it's getting out of control. So in the Daily Telegraph today, page 7, they are taking photos where Raygun first got a break, where she would start breakdancing with friends outside a court. Then, how's this, Whip? The girl that she went up against for the trials, her name was Molly. She didn't get through, obviously, but the headline is Molly not great either, but she was better.
Okay.
My God,
Unbelievable.
it's just like, let it go.
It is what it is. I think that's the point we've got to. It is what it is. So accept it for what it is. And if you didn't sit at home and have a bit of a laugh, then you've lost your sense of humour as well, because the whole spectacle was entertaining, and the idea of someone putting on a show that was slightly confusing to the viewer was entertainment, and that's what it is. She gave it her best. Raygun has spoken overnight, and we've put in many requests and we've called her on this show, and Raygun has kind of gone into hiding, so we were wondering when we were going to hear from her, because I think she's been doing it tough as well because of a lot of the hate. So she spoke overnight. Here's what she had to say.
I just want to start by thanking all the people who have supported me. I really appreciate the positivity, and I'm glad I was able to bring some joy into your lives. That's what I hoped. I didn't realise that would also open the door to so much hate, which has frankly been pretty devastating. Well, I went out there and I had fun. I did take it very seriously. I worked my butt off preparing for the Olympics, and I gave my all, truly. I'm honoured to have been a part of the Australian Olympic team and to be part of breaking's Olympic debut. What the other athletes have achieved has just been phenomenal. Bit of a fun fact for you, there are actually no points in breaking. If you want to see how the judges thought I compared to my opponents, you can actually see the comparison percentages across the 5 criteria on Olympics.com. All the results are there.
I think she spoke well.
Do you know,
it's not designed to take it away from any other performance at the Olympics.
So what does she do now? You know how Max Markson was saying that she could make a lot of money?
Yeah.
Do you want to go down that road? Because unfortunately, this country, and globally it's exactly the same in every other country, but there's a lot of hate. I think, in issues, social issues that we had in this country, we're split 50-50, right? So if she does, let's say she does a KFC ad, people are still going to get angry and you're still going to be in the news. But do you then just go underground now and just go, I'm not going to do anything. I don't need to make money from this.
I think for those that didn't like it, I thought it was disrespectful or a letdown, I think time will change their mind. I think they will see the entertainment that it was and what it was to be. So I think eventually, if she feels like the opportunities, I mean, if you took it as entertainment for an event, look, if we turned up to an event and Raygun broke out on the dance floor as a special guest, I'd give anything to see that.
I'd love it. Well,
that'd be extraordinary.
I was calling you Ray Mum. You were performing in front of Harry, your son, as Raygun.
Yeah, I put him in his high chair, and I just thought, I'm never going to hit Olympic level except for right now. Did a little breakdance, and bless him, he clapped.
Do you see what I mean?
He
you wouldn't have done that without Raygun. Lizzie, who's in the studio, Lizzie was there at the airport waiting for the athletes to come off the plane. Her and Ollie just broke into a dance. Yeah. They were Ray-gunning it right there on the carpet.
Yeah, see, it's, you know what, I think...
What a movement.
I think she goes underground now. She stays overseas for a while and then she just comes back and tries to fit back into society.
Awesome,
it's ridiculous.
Work, Raygun.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, we were only talking about this a couple of weeks ago before the Olympics started. We're talking about the Nigerian female 100-metre champion who couldn't compete at the Olympics because they didn't hand in her paperwork in time.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, didn't fill in the forms.
So she did compete in the 200 and the 4x100, but for some reason they stuffed up the 100. She didn't get to compete. Well, it's happened here in Sydney overnight. You may have seen it on the news. This is unbelievable last night when I was watching this, and someone's been sacked overnight. Richard Shields has been sacked.
Shieldsy.
So this is the Liberal Party. This is a debacle. 140 council candidates. We've got local council elections coming up at the end of the year.
Okay.
But they haven't been nominated for local government elections because they didn't get the paperwork in on time.
Oh, no. I mean, councils can be slow with the admin.
Yes, if you're chasing a DA or maybe a new bin or a parking spot.
Oh, seriously.
The worst thing about this, that they were warned, okay? So Don Harwin and Richard Shields have been asked to resign, and it's the front page of the Daily Telegraph today. The headline is Don and Dumber.
Oh, well
is Don
done.
is bad.
That's not bad either.
Thank you so much.
Well, not as good as the Don and Dumber thing.
You'd be surprised. Let's get a vote.
But they were warned, you have to get this in. And he blew up. He actually blew up at someone and said, get out. He actually told someone to get out and said, stop telling me what I need to do. Well, he didn't get it in on time. I think he thought that you had to hand it in at 5 o'clock on the day.
Close of business.
And it was midday that he had to get it in.
Well, you've got to have a bit of leeway.
He was cramming. He had 5 more hours before the end of the day.
He was the naughty school kid.
Oh, what about the person who came in and said, what's his name?
His name is
Richard Shields. Okay, Richard, and he's
Dick
like,
Shields.
right, can you get out? He's been so rude to someone.
Yeah.
I'd love to know who that person is who's having a little chuckle to themselves around if you just listened, Richard.
Yeah, and he's gone back and said, I told you that guy was an idiot.
Climate Change and Energy Minister Chris Bowen later said that the opposition party couldn't organise a barbecue at Bunnings.
That's a nice way to put it.
Oh, that is a good new one I need to use.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a fair bit of organisation to go into that, isn't there? You've got to put the barbie in the back of the van. You've got to make sure you got the snags, fresh bread.
But people who do those barbecues, they are mad for barbecues.
Yeah, they are.
They know a barbecue. They're from the surf club or the netball club.
That's right, a community.
They know how to do it.
Do you know why this is really sad? Because that's 140 people council.
Well,
that's the job.
It's not just him. It's like the whole...
No, it's everyone.
So it's the Liberal Party.
Yeah.
Going into the council elections, there's going to be 140 candidates who are not going to have a job.
Common sense to prevail here and realise there was a mistake. Richard has stuffed up. Shieldsy and his mate, and we need to extend, obviously, so the correct paperwork is in there.
Deadlines, mate.
That's why you have rules, otherwise no one would abide by them.
Sometimes the fine print gets overlooked.
And that's why Tom's still on.
You know, if we went through Tom's terms and conditions, my God, we'd be here for weeks.
They did get the lawyers looking into it last night to see if they could reverse it, but they said they can't.
Of course they can. You have to. Just be practical about it, guys. Use your common sense, hatch.
Maybe they should send you down there, Whip, to sort things out.
You reckon?
Yeah, you're very good at this
They need
stuff.
the heavies in the Taylor Swift T-shirt.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
First riddle. Why am I standing here in a Dorothy outfit? It's book week and Tom thinks he's funny. Okay, we move on, guys. Your first riddle. Degree of difficulty? 5.
Oh, okay.
3-year-old Lily goes missing and her parents are devastated. They desperately try to find her, searching everywhere and putting up flyers asking for her safe return. But the FBI and even local law enforcement refuse to help. Why?
Because she's a cartoon character?
No. But thank you for thinking outside.
She's the dog.
Kate Ritchie!
You just got to really concentrate. Just like break it down. It's like forget all the things you already know.
Love how you delivered it as well. She's a dog.
I wasn't too confident, but I wanted to feel my way through.
She's a dog.
That would have been a great line for Sally back in the day.
In a movie. Home and Away.
She's a dog.
Well, they probably would have in the 80s.
Yeah,
I mean, Carly and Bobby would have said, "Oh, rack off your dog."
Yeah, rack off. Rack off, Sal.
Go get us a Chico roll, you mole.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Second riddle this morning comes compliments of TikTok. Have a listen to this one and see if you can work it out.
What is half of 2 plus 2?
What is half of 2 plus 2? So 2 plus 2 is 4 and half of that is 2.
Wrong.
No, 2 plus 2 is 4, Nick. And half of that is 2.
You're right, but that's wrong.
Then you just said I was right.
But that's wrong. You're right, but that's wrong. 2 plus 2 is 4 and half of that is 2. But half of 2 plus 2 is not 2.
What is half of 2 plus 2?
Half of 2 is 1.
3.
It's 3.
Spot on, guys! Just a little bit. Tommy, has it sunk in?
No, I don't get it.
What is half
Did you
of
say it's 3?
You've got to break down the...
So what is half of 2?
What's the first part of the equation?
Half of 2?
Yeah.
Is 1.
Is 1?
Plus 2.
Oh, that's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
So if you
Thanks
say
for
what is
catching
half
up.
of 2 plus 2? It's fantastic.
Genius.
Yeah, you're smart.
Buy your mama a house.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, let's move on to the last riddle. In the run-up to the weekend, the weekend's not here yet, it's just a run-up. Here we go with the last riddle. A woman opened the door, she screamed and was found dead a few minutes later. No gunshots were heard in the area. What happened to her? Oh my goodness.
Say it one more time.
Sure, thank you for the opportunity to share. A woman opened a door, screamed and was found dead a few minutes later.
I know.
No gunshots were heard in the area. What happened to her?
She fell out of the plane.
Yes, she did. The door was on an aeroplane. Kate Ritchie, is that true? Do you take 3? Well done, you win today. Oh, hang on a minute. I forgot about Mandy from Mascot. Hello, Mandy.
Morning, guys. How are we?
Excellent. I'm glad we didn't miss you. What do you got for us?
Forget about me.
Sorry, Mandy. What do you
Right,
got?
I've got one. Jack Johnson from Wet gave me this one, and he's quite proud of it. So here we go. I get pressed down, but I'm not a button. I am made of plastic and metal, but I'm not a food blender. I have a spring inside, but I'm not a bed. I bend pieces of metal, but I'm not a steel worker. What am I?
Are you a Jack in the Box?
Nope.
Are you a pen?
No. A lot of people said pen at work.
No, they didn't.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I snapped.
That's really
Quite
good.
wordy.
That's a
I don't
good
know
one,
whether to
Mandy.
ask again.
Yeah.
Is it a gun?
No.
Oh, springs.
I bend pieces of metal, but I'm not a steel worker. I get pressed down, but I'm not a button.
You're a pogo stick.
No, no.
Are you a... Hang on. Are you a stapler?
Oh, Wippa, well done. Can I just do one more because it's a special day?
Yeah, go for it, Mandy.
Okay, sure.
Right, I can open doors for other worlds without moving from my spot. What am I?
Say it again, Mandy.
I can open doors for other worlds without moving from my spot. What am I?
I can open doors for other...
worlds.
Is it... Oh, that ties into what we're doing today. Is it perhaps a book?
Is it book week?
It is a book.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're very special, Mandy. Thank you.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.